apprehensions also, because we all have this preconceived notion about life, because we all represent the civil society. But in the last 45 days, we had multiple deliberations, meetings, and we came to a common consensus that the police and the civil society have to come together on a common platform to add value to the society. It is important and pertinent for the society as such to embrace the police. Then only we can look forward to good days ahead. Stray incidents are all part of life. And does that mean we need to have a cop for every citizen to be taken care of? It doesn't work like that. I think the economics as well as the ergonomics of ensuring safety to people doesn't work in those manners. So when we decided, we had challenge. The challenge is of societal equilibrium to be maintained, and how as an institution we can work in tandem with the police force to offer a sense of stability, transparency and trust in the minds of the civil society at large. So after a lot of deliberations, the first thing which came to our mind was, when you go for a change, it's very easy to talk about change. It's very easy to pre-contemplate or contemplate change, but to put this concept of change into execution or implementation becomes a tall task. So we thought the first and foremost thing is, can we study the current image of the police force? It can be good, bad, ugly, irrespective of that. We need to understand, because there is a perception-reality gap. The police does a lot of wonderful job that usually doesn't come notice. But one missing or one mishap somewhere, that gets overglorified. So it's very important for us to have a holistic approach and ensure that we have a proper perception which is not far from reality as far as the image of the police is concerned. I think that's a challenge. And that's a duty for the civil society to ensure that we have a holistic overview of the police force. So we are working on a research project which revolves around the study of the police image or perception and that the public have in Mira-Bhayandar Municipal Corporation area. So that's one area where we are looking at a research outcome very seriously. The second one is police an extraterrestrial concept? Are they robots or they are human beings like us? If you consider them that they are human beings like us, then I think it's very important for us to understand the emotional mindset of the cop. Like tomorrow, I learned from one of them today only, we have holy, but they have duty. I think that's a serious challenge which plagues the police force. Most of the time, we come out in the morning to work and earn bread for our family, but family expects we go back home. That doesn't happen with them. So can humanity prevail as far as civil society is concerned to ensure that we look at them as equals, just not as law and order answer to all the problems which we create in the society. Problems are created by us. Problems are not created by anybody outside. For solution, we look up to police. I think this is a serious challenge in our mindset. And to change the mindset, the second thing which is important for us as part of research is to motivate the police, to put inside them a sense of pride, intrinsic motivation to contribute. This is only possible if we can ensure through research that the police force or the cops, they need a helping hand. They need facilitation. They need empathy. As civil society, because I also represent a civil society, being part of an institution of eminence, can we offer that? That's why we are planning for a very long project to train police force as per timely interventions on various subjects. It is nothing to do with police administration. They know their job better than us. We are not qualified to teach them. But when it comes to emotion management, when it comes to work-life balance, when it comes to enhancing their persona, when it comes to enabling them to go back home and not use a high-pitched voice when they interact with their kids or family, so their family is not intimidated. But at the same time, if they treat their family the way we treat our family, the next day when they go for duty, or at 12 at midnight when they are called for duty, their family will not let them go. I think this is where we have to go beyond the police force and think about their families. We have all the luxuries of taking our family out, taking a day off. They have 55, 60 days at a stretch in the line of duty. They don't have that life. I think we need to have that empathy for them. So there is a research how to develop a motivated police force, and police personnel could improve in their dedication and commitment. If we can ensure a bit of happiness in the police force, they will definitely ensure that they are going to make your life more secured. I think that is something where, as civil society, we need to have empathy for them and help them. There is another challenge. You know, today's world is a world of technology. We are all here, but you can pick up some photographs, some tidbits of whatever we are sharing. You will put it on social media, because technology is of paramount importance. But in this world of technology, what is that we can do together, the police force and the academia, to enhance the credibility and build an image of the police which is acceptable? You know, most of the time, the dichotomy between civil society and the police force is the low trust radius. How can we overcome the low trust radius and make it more meaningful and acceptable? So that is where we are working on a project to help build the brand of the police the way it needs to be envisaged in the eyes of the civil society. So that's the challenge, and we are looking forward to. The next area which Sir just mentioned is drug peddling. What are the happy hours for drug peddling? We need to know that. We go to restaurants for happy hours, but what are the happy hours for drug peddling? Is the civil society geared to answer these questions? Most of the time, you know what we do? We don't go for preventive measures. We don't go for predictive measures. We go for breakdown. And that's a typical mindset of the civil society. When a lot of bad things have happened, anarth hua, so then we rise up. Then we try to talk. Then we cast aspersions on people. Then we show fingers on anybody other than us. We need to put a stop to that. So it's very important that we do a research to find which are the nodal points, which are the concentration areas where drug peddling is of paramount importance and nobody is addressing those issues. There are areas in Mira-Bhayandar also. Are we addressing those issues? Can only the force come into act and enforce laws and try to mitigate this risk? It is not possible.